All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Midwest Buzz. I'm JC,
And I'm Olivia.
and we're here live.
Yeah. I didn't feel like putting on makeup today, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry. I also didn't fix my hair.
I showered last night, and I went to bed with wet hair, which is always a mistake. And I woke up this morning, and I don't know how, but my hair was like this, and I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But it was so kinky and weird, and I haven't straightened my hair in so long, and I straightened it. So
yeah, it looks really straight. You can see all the highlights and stuff.
Here's where we're at. Yeah, I was thinking about
that.
that. I haven't had it colored since December.
Oh, December. Oh, Brooke's wedding.
I had, and it wasn't even it was just a few touch-ups. I just wanted more blonde in the front, but I was I probably won't color it until after the baby comes.
Yeah.
They say it's safe if you're not going on the scalp, but I'm
yeah. Depends on how crunchy you are. How safe.
Yeah, I'm might as well not risk all the fumes.
Yeah.
But then I think about pregnant people who work in salons, and I'm is that safe?
I mean, safe, yes. I don't know if
Crunchy safe, no.
Damaging to their health and the babies, but I mean, we're all full of chemicals these days. But
yes, as talked about last week.
Yes, we've already been on this. We just go on this
plastic detox.
Yeah. Woohoo.
I think this week is supposed to be really nice. I've been taking the dogs out on walks.
Yeah, today is really nice. We're definitely going to hit up the park after Ellen's nap or something. I'm also going to shave Blue because that little...
shave him?
Yes, he's shedding so bad. It's driving me crazy. I'm vacuuming twice a day. And the Roomba is going.
You should film it.
I'm just,
shaving him.
I'm going to brush him out and then I'm going to shave him. And he's going to be ugly. But it's fine.
Yeah,
I'll just leave
he
his
is going to be ugly.
And then,
like a little lion.
Yeah.
Keep a poof on his tail.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I just
poor thing. But it'll be better if you just shave him. But
yeah, I think it'll make him feel better probably. I don't know. It's so much hair. I don't remember him ever shedding this bad last year.
You've cut his hair before, but not shaved him, right?
Yeah, I've never
down to the skin.
I don't know that I've ever cut his hair. I mean, I've gone and done little trims.
You've gotten him trimmed.
He's been groomed,
though.
and my mother-in-law has done him before.
Yeah,
but yeah, she might help me with it, I guess. But yeah, I'm just losing my mind. The dog hair is everywhere. I cannot wait until we move.
Can you not just put him in the garage? I mean, it's heated.
It's not heated. It's just if Adam turns on his stove, it's heated.
Oh, okay.
It's not even really that insulated, but it's not that cold right now. I could just leave him outside for today.
Yeah. You could start just hooking him up to a lunge and just that's what I've been doing with Koi, because Piper's so chill in the house, she just lays there and does nothing. Where Koi's just a crazy 6-month-old puppy.
Yeah. Blue's
so
not
I've
crazy,
just
but he does when we're not here.
I've just been hooking him up and just making him stay outside pretty much most of the time, and he's not even really the one that sheds. It's just so that he can be outside and play.
Blue's problem is that anytime my mother-in-law or my dad come over, he loses his mind and he can't be chill, and he sheds like crazy, and he's just in it's shedding season. So when anybody pets him and they give him lots of attention, it's everywhere. And I love the dog, but I'm just
that's annoying.
I'm not really that much of a dog person, it turns out, once I've had kids. I like having a dog, don't get me wrong. He feels like he protects us when Adam's on shift, and it'll be great once we have land and he can be an outdoor / garage shop dog.
Do you think he'll be good about staying close?
Yeah, we walked over to the land when we went out to my parents this last weekend, and we were measuring stuff and put flags down and everything, and he just stayed right beside us the whole time, and there was dogs out on the other properties. He didn't even go over to check them out.
Nice.
I mean, I think probably if my dad were to come over and then walk home, maybe he would try to follow my dad sometimes or something like that. But
yeah,
I think that he would be good.
Did you know that all of Edmonds County has a leash law? Legally, your dog has to be on a leash.
That's so funny. Nobody at the lake follows that though.
I know, and I get yelled at all the time. Leash your dog.
That's so funny because
I feel like your parents' side, no one leashes their dogs, but on Nesbitt, almost every dog is leashed.
Yeah, it's probably a little more crowded on that side, huh?
It is, yeah. And there's just a lot more people, I feel that are going out on walks too.
Yeah, my parents' side is definitely not as busy, and everybody, their dogs are just kind of chill.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but there's an actual leash law for the entire Edmonds County. So if someone tells you your dog is leashed, they're actually correct.
Yeah.
I thought they were wrong.
Thought they were just being mean.
And then my father-in-law, who is the sheriff of Edmonds County, was like, no, JC, they're actually correct. And I was like, dang it. I was like, that's so dumb. But no.
Yeah.
No, it'll be good for him to be out there. But no, Koi's been learning how to heel, and he doesn't love that. But Mike, sir, you need to be polite when you walk, because pretty soon I'm going to have a stroller and 2 dogs, and I cannot be like being like yeeted down the road.
No. You're gonna, yeah.
It's not gonna work.
I still like, even with Blue, I've done a couple where I've had both kids and Blue on a walk, but even now I'll be like, I'm sorry, Blue. I, like this last summer when I would go on a walk every day, some of the days I'd be like, sorry, Blue, you're not coming today. I can't do it.
He doesn't really pull that bad though, does he?
He does.
Or does he?
Yeah, it's probably not as bad as Koi, but it's like...
Yeah.
And
no, Koi's just constant, scent, like a sled dog. I actually think it'll be so much fun. Like in the winter, maybe I'll like hook him up to a sled and like put my daughter in the sled. And he can like pull her around.
Maybe you and your daughter in the sled.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll sit in there too.
Your little 3-month-old.
Hang on, girly. Your fur brother's taking you for a ride and you don't know where he's going.
You guys are chasing him down. Come back.
He does like listen if you tell him to come.
Okay.
It's just that like there's so much going on that he just wants to like always be like sniffing over here, pulling over there. Oh, he sees a robin, he wants to chase it, and like he's just everywhere.
A high energy puppy.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad dog. But
but should we get into our cringy moments?
Yes. So today we just thought, I've been seeing a lot of other podcasts that have been doing this. Specifically, I think I saw That's the Point did it, where they talked about their cringiest moments. I think they also have an embarrassing moments episode. So we thought, that's a good idea. That's fun. Let's do that. So
I feel like some of mine are like cringe / embarrassing, but we'll call them cringe.
I think what is cringe? Just slightly less than embarrassing?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just kind of where you're like, ooh, that was...
I feel like something could be cringe without it being like embarrassing for that person, but you think it's cringe for them.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We should Urban Dictionary the definition of cringe.
Yeah.
I'll do it quick. You can read the first story.
Okay, we have some that we're going to read, and then we're just going to piggyback.
Oh yeah, and we pulled some of you guys. So some of these stories are from you guys. Some of them are ones that we found. Yeah,
from a Reddit thread, and then some of them are our own that we will talk about. So I'll read one.
It says to have an inward feeling of acute embarrassment or awkwardness.
Yeah, you literally.
I cringed at his stupidity.
Like making this face. I didn't like that. Or. A roaring lion outside our door. Okay, I went camping with some friends once, and we ate some shrooms. At one point, I had to go to the bathroom, so I went to find the bathroom on the campground, did my business, and went back to our campsite. Grant, honey, go watch your show. Okay.
This is going to be a repeating problem.
Okay. I'll start over. I went camping with some of my friends once, and we ate some shrooms. At one point, I had to go to the bathroom, so I went to find the bathroom on the campground, did my business, and went back to our campsite. I grabbed a beer from the cooler, and it was Bud Light, and I thought that was weird because I don't drink Bud Light, and neither do any of my friends. But I wanted something cold in my mouth, so I didn't care. I sat down at the fire and started drinking my beer, and I realized everybody had gone quiet and was staring at me. First, I was like, why aren't you guys talking? Did I fart? Then, why are you staring at me like that? And then it clicked. Oh my gosh, you're not my friends. Where are my friends? He went to the wrong campsite and just plopped my butt down at the fire with a family of 4, husband, wife, and 2 kids. They just looked horrified. I'll never forget the look on their faces. This was years ago, so maybe the kids are on Reddit now. If you're reading this, I'm sorry for ruining your camping trip. Can you imagine? That would scare me.
I'm assuming you've never done shrooms?
No.
I've never done shrooms either. And do you get, is it a high feeling? I think. Is it euphoric?
I think, shrooms is kind of just like the same as weed, right? Or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I'm guessing it's just kind of like a...
Again, I haven't done them, so I don't know.
Think of like the hippies and like...
Yeah.
Yo, man, totally. And you're just kind of out of it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody wrote in, the cringiest things that my kids did when they were being potty trained was they smeared poop all over the back door like they were using it for finger painting. It's
disgusting.
That's so gross.
I also know who those kids are.
I can't imagine. I know
that?
As a mom, you have to clean all that stuff up. And I've had to clean up a lot of accidents from my dogs over the years. But like, there's something about human fecal matter that is so much grosser to me than like cow poop, dog poop.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like when Grant was just sick last week and he had thrown up all over his bed, I had to then like, and it had dried because he didn't get us when it happened. Anyways, I was having to clean off those sheets and like, and I was like, sorry, I'm not gonna make gagging noises because I know that triggers some people, but I was literally gagging and I was like, I do not know, because Adam says that a lot of the times they deal with like throw up and poop and all of that, obviously. And I'm like, how are you dealing with people? First of all, I love this child so much, like would do anything for them, and I'm gagging at cleaning up their throat. He's dealing with adult strangers.
Yeah, because like if someone passes out, like your body just like releases all of its.
Yes.
Ooh.
Old people, obese people, like all these kinds of, and like, I don't know. Bless them. Bless our first responders.
Yeah, or and nurses bless like and all caretakers too. Because I'm like, people that go in and like bathe elderly people. I'm like, maybe if it was for like someone I loved, but then I'm like, I don't know if I want to bathe my grandpa.
Right. And like, I know my mom had to take care of my dad even like had to take care of his mom in her last like days or whatever of like when she was dealing with.
I'm sure you just don't think about it, and it's just like you just do it because you love them and you move on.
Yeah, but I still think it was really hard. I had to push you're gonna have to like.
I had to push my grandpa in a wheelchair. He's been having problems with like his lower back, and so he just like he can walk, but he's in a lot less pain if you push him in a wheelchair. And I had to take him to appointment, and it was like it made me so sad because I was like, I know that they're getting older, but like I haven't seen him in like this weak of a position, and I was just like,
yeah, it's sad.
This is very sad.
Frail like that.
Like they used to like, drop me off places and pick me up from friends' houses and do things, and it's like now I'm giving them rides, and it's kind of like, it's like cool that I can be there for them, but also like kind of sad.
Yeah. Okay, next story. My cousin said I looked good and was losing weight. Without thinking, I said, thanks, you too. Then I realized she had just had a miscarriage. Still cringe thinking about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The whole you too thing.
Yeah, that one gets
That's a big like issue no matter what. That was I don't know if it's on my list or not, but I always feel bad because anytime I get done with a senior session, I always tell them like, oh, so you're meeting you, like I hope you have a really good senior year, bye.
Yeah.
And they're always like, oh, you too. And I'm like, thanks. Yeah, I'm just going into my senior year.
Super senior.
Yeah. Very, very senior. So yeah, and then you can tell like they get in their car and they're like, oh no. Like you can just see it a few times. And then sometimes I've heard someone be like, I mean, yeah, no, like have a good day.
Yeah. I know. Or like, there's the classic, have a good flight. Yeah, you too. When you're at the airport, like the gate person or whatever.
Like
just, yeah.
Oh yeah, actually you have to stay here. Never mind.
Yeah.
I always think, so not that it's like cringy, but it's kind of something you do that you're like, oh, I thought that looked funnier in person. So you know how like when you're in the pool and you like flip your hair over and you flip it back and then you're like, look, I'm George Washington.
Yeah.
So I had a disposable camera developed the other day, and most, like I would say like 95% of the photos were really good photos. But there was one of like me, Tracy, and Truett in the pool last summer, and it was really cute. But then I don't know, Tracy must have taken my camera and like took one of me like side profile pretending to be George Washington, and I saw it and I was like, is that really what I look like when I
You're like, oh.
I'm like, no. I was like, this photo is getting thrown away. Like, this does not need to see the light of day.
Oh, that's funny. One of the cringy things that I was thinking about that I do that's current is I make up songs about everything for my kids, or like changing Ellen's diaper, and I'll be like, oh, you little stinky girl, you stinky girl. And like, just, I don't know, just start singing about anything. Or I'll be like, the other day I said, baby girl, what's your name? And like, there's that song or whatever.
Right.
She starts bopping along, and then I'll be like, your name is Ellen. Ooh, can I buy you a drink? Like, I don't know. Just like, so if I saw another mom doing it, I'd be like, you're weird. Also,
like, are you okay? Do you need to get out of the house?
Yeah, you need some social interaction.
I used to make up songs for like, because I spent a lot of time in the summer, specifically when I was anywhere for, like, just in 4-H, so like 8 to 18, like washing my, like, every morning, getting up, washing my calves, like feeding them, doing all the stuff, blowing them, putting them in the air conditioned barn, moving on. But I would spend a lot of time with them. And so, like, I would have, like, full-on songs that I would sing them. I'd be like, Lola, don't be a showgirl. Why don't you come back to the herd? I had this, like, terrible, like, song I would sing. I remember Lola's. And then I think I had one for, like, I had a steer named Little Joe one year. And, like, I had these, like, full-on songs that I would sing with their names.
Say it's good to sing to your animals and plants and all that. So it must be good to sing to your kids, too. I mean, it makes them happy.
I mean, again, if you would have walked into the show barn and saw me, you would have been like, is this girl okay?
She needs friends outside of her cows.
She is singing to cows. I was thinking about, like, anytime you have a bad spray tan, it's cringy. But I remember when I was probably, like, maybe in 10th grade, and one of my friend's sisters was getting married, and we were, like, our whole family was invited to the wedding. And I just remember thinking, like, I remember it was a May wedding, and I was like, oh, I'm so pale, like, I should, like, self-tan. And I don't remember, like, in the moment looking that orange, but, like, looking back at photos, I'm like, I was an Oompa Loompa. And I'm like, maybe my mom was just like, this isn't a fight that I'm willing to pick up with her right now.
You'll learn.
Because I'm like, who let me leave the house looking like this? Like, I was so orange. I'm like, that's so embarrassing.
That's hilarious.
So cringy.
Yeah. I just think any trends of our high school days, like the tiny eyebrows and the bumpets, are like,
oh yes, the bumpets.
So much hairspray. I used to just like the scent of, like, the Aussie brand hairspray and would spray it so that like, I was like, maybe the boys will love that I smell good and this will just
in my hairspray.
Yes. And, like, the eyeliner in high school is just cringe. And, like, the fact that I went to prom as a homeschooler, I cringe at that. Like,
I was invited to prom one time, but I turned him down.
I wasn't even really invited. What it was is my friends all wanted me to come, but the only way I could go is if a boy took me. So this boy who liked one of my other friends was like, well, I'll take her as my date, but then, like, really you're my date.
Oh.
I feel. And she was, because she could go without a date, and she was like, fine. But they wouldn't let a girl take me as a +1.
Oh. Okay.
So anyways,
makes sense.
It's just funny. That probably would not be a rule now, but
no, some schools, like, you do have to be, like, invited by
opposite.
Like no, like a kid who's, like, in the class.
Oh yeah. Well,
but like, would you do Grand March?
Seniors. Maybe because they weren't seniors, they couldn't take a guess because they were. But I think it was like senior prom. I don't remember.
All schools have different rules. Like, some only juniors and seniors can invite.
Yes, for sure.
And then,
that was
like,
the rule.
some it's like freshman through senior can.
Yeah, I feel like
or like Roncalli, their, like, dinner dance. You can only go if you go to Roncalli. Like, you can't invite outside people.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, my whole high school of, like, anytime I liked a boy, just cringe. I just was horrible at talking to guys. Just horrible. So awkward to think about. Like, for instance, one time on a mission trip, I liked this one guy. He was my older sister's age, and I knew that, like, he was never gonna like me or whatever. But I would just do, like, stupid, annoying little things. And one time I took his hat, and it was like, oh, he was chasing me for his hat. Oh my gosh, I cringe just thinking about it. And I, like, I threw it under a table, and it landed in water. And I was like, I felt so bad. And then I was just, like, embarrassed. And I was like, I'll go blow dry it for you so that it's, like, clean or whatever. And I did. And then I doused it with perfume so that he would think it's
oh my goodness, this is cringy.
It's so bad. Oh, I have to, like, cover my face thinking.
I'm sure
I was horrible with guys, JC. Horrible. I'm like, yeah, I got at him.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm sure I was, but maybe it's been blocked from my memory. Like, I do think I'm really good at blocking things from my memory that were, like, either bad or, like, cringy, embarrassing. Like, I think that I just, like, don't remember them. I was
so shy in person. It, like, took me so long to warm up to people. And, like, if there were guys that, like, I didn't care about, I was normal around them. And so then if they would say something about me to like their friends, are like, oh, she's super nice or cool. And then there was this one guy that I thought was really cute. He was a soccer player. And then he ends up getting my number from one of his friends because he heard that like I kind of liked him or whatever, but we had never really met.
Yeah.
And so then we're texting. I was like, obviously I'm a good texter. I'm good at conversation because I'm not actually having to do it in person. And then it was like he came to this church event thing that we had, and he did it to see me. Neither one of us ever went up to the other person. The whole time. Actually, and one of my friends knew that I liked him, and she wouldn't like walk over and go with me to like talk to him. I'm like, I'm just nervous. And she was a mean friend, really, if you think about it, because she was just like, no, you can do it yourself. Where really I had been a wing woman to her for any guy she ever liked. Yeah. I was like, if you were a good friend, you'd go up and be like, hey, you know, whatever.
Actually, now that you say that, I do remember, I don't know if I've told it on the podcast, but the first time, so like Cole and I had been hanging out. My brother that like I'm closest in age with had met him. Like we'd been golfing, but like my dad and the rest of my family hadn't met Cole yet. And so Cole likes to pheasant hunt. We were pheasant hunting one weekend. I thought, perfect, I'll invite Cole out. He can meet the family. It's like in a group setting, super chill. Yeah. And so we drove separately because, again, I invited him out. I was already there. So I see him pull up and I was like, oh, I better go get Piper's vest on. And I just
left him.
I just like all the guys are out in the front waiting, like everyone's pulled up, you know, like everyone's just kind of like chatting until the whole group is there. And I just like go into the barn and just like am like putting Piper's collar and stuff on. And so Drew ends up introducing him to everyone, like, oh yeah, you guys, this is Cole, like just again, chill, normal. Yeah. And so like the whole day my dad doesn't even know that Cole is like
there for you,
there to hang out with me. And so then at the end of the day, my dad is like saying something and he was like, man, Drew's friends just like, and there was a few instances before this where like some of Drew's like buddies would come out and hunt with us, and they would just be very like, oh, your sister's single, like kind of, you know, like you could just tell like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I end up in the same pickup as her, or like I'm gonna sit on the tailgate next to her and chat. And like obviously I'm pretty chatty, so it's like, oh, whatever. And they're like, ooh, no, not like that. Like, yeah. But anyways, so my dad's like, man, I felt so bad for JC. This Cole kid's just like sitting next to her in the pickup and like kind of like snuggled up to her. And he's like, poor JC, she just can't catch a break. And my dad is like legitimately like, I felt so bad for her, friends. Just one of Drew's friends. And so for like, it still gets brought up, but like, they'll be like, someone will like introduce Cole and they're like, oh yeah, this is just Drew's friend. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And Cole's like, you literally just like left me out there. Like you invite me to come out and then you just like disappear. And I'm like, yeah.
She got nervous.
I don't know. I just, and normally I'm not like super like that, but I feel like I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to deal with this. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I have had my cringy moments. I was also just thinking like how cringy it is. I would always go on and like invite people to like my Facebook page. Like I'd go through and be like, anyone who ever like liked a photo of someone's wedding, I'd be like, invite. And I'd sit there for like hours inviting people. I don't really do that anymore, but for a while I was big into
inviting people to like your page.
Inviting people to like my Facebook page, which seems a little cringy.
Facebook stuff can be, if you think
Facebook in general, like cringy. Comments, so cringy. Yeah. I also was like, any of my Instagram captions from like 2016 to like 2019, very cringy.
Yeah. Yeah. Any of my Instagram posts from like 2016 to 2018 probably.
I just think the captions,
selfies and on photos and
like some of my like clients ones even I do things like something about like name a hotter redhead, or like I would just do that and I'm like, oh, why?
I just remember I did one like posing in front of my car. We got a new used car when we moved here and I named it Judd the Jeep. And I was like, yeah, I named it. I'm a basic white girl. I don't know. It's just so cringe.
This isn't even, I don't know if this is just cringy or just embarrassing, but it was like, I don't know, it was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even know. I was flying alone, and it was probably for like a photography retreat if I had to guess, but I was on my period, and I had like put in a tampon right before the flight. Didn't think anything of it, had black leggings on. I get up at the end of the flight, and I stand up and I look down, and the seat is like covered in blood.
Oh, my worst nightmare.
And I was just
maybe
like,
not worst, but a nightmare.
I was like, did anyone around me see this? And so I just took my knee and I just wiped it, because I was like, I don't want to like leave it.
Yeah.
But also, like, thank goodness I was wearing black leggings. The last like 4 times I've traveled, I wore white sweatpants on the plane. Ooh. And I was like, I think you forgot about the one time that like black leggings saved your life. Like, yeah. You should continue to wear them on plane. Well, I guess now I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, it was so embarrassing. Like, I just like, it must have been like, I don't know if it was like an altitude thing or like why, but I like bled through so bad.
So did you have a change of clothes, or were you at your final destination?
I was at my final destination.
That's nice.
But, or it might have been like even like going down to see Lakin. Like, you know, like, I don't know. It was.
I remember you've told me this
not
before.
Good.
So I started my period yesterday. And so when it was like light or whatever, and we went to our Bible study group, and I got like really crampy while I was there. And I was like, I feel like it's getting heavier. And so I was kind of worried, like, am I going to bleed through or whatever? And as we're leaving, Adam like came after work, and so we're leaving at the same time, and I'm telling him that like, oh, I'm so crampy, I feel like I'm getting heavier or whatever. And I start walking in front of him, and he goes, oh yeah, you're bleeding through. And I was like, oh, I am. He's like, no.
Oh,
he was just
I'm sorry, but I've bled through so many times in my life that I'm like, do not joke about that, because yes. I have like bled through jeans. I've bled through like so
he goes,
many
I knew
things.
That's what you were worried. He was laughing so hard. He's like, I knew that's what you were worried about. So I was like, that's not nice. That's not funny.
I bled through a dress one time.
Oh.
Where was it?
Were you working a wedding?
I'm trying to remember.
Was this turned into embarrassing period stories?
Yeah, basically just all the times JC's bled through. I almost bled out in Germany that one time.
Sounds intense.
It was. Bled out. I had like the worst period of my life one time when I was in Germany. This was like probably like 6-7 years ago. Seeing of cringe things. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. And I'm like, I literally thought I was going to die. And I had to ask this guy, I was like, hey, I need to go get back into the bus, because it was like this tour thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you can't go back to the bus. Like, you need to stay here. And I was like, I'm literally going to bleed out and I need a tampon. And he was like, oh, yeah, you can go to the bus. And like, but yeah, not fun.
Gosh, that's so crazy, because if you think about like how your doctor kind of said you maybe weren't even ovulating.
Yeah, all so the time. I'm like,
so what was happening?
Yeah, just throwing blood clots for fun.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
This like,
yeah,
craziness. Your uterus is just like,
my poor uterus. Something. I really hope that like after my child is born, like regulates. My body just kind of like regulates. I'm sure I'll probably do like some testing afterwards just to kind of like make sure and see if there's anything I need, just so I can like maintain a regular cycle, but we'll see.
Speaking of cycles, this is a tangent, but like I like track just to, stay informed.
Yeah.
But so I didn't ovulate until like, I guess I can look to be sure, but way later in my cycle, this last one. And
you got it back really quick. Is that pretty common?
Well, yeah. Some people get it back a lot sooner. Some people are like 3 months postpartum, they get it back. Even breastfeeding.
No, I mean like after your miscarriage.
Oh, yeah.
Is that pretty common?
Yes. You should, if you don't get a cycle, I mean, I'm breastfeeding, so that can always play into it.
True.
But if you don't get a cycle within a normal, like you treat the miscarriage as if it was kind of like a period. So within the next, like, I don't know, 2 to 4 weeks after that, if you haven't gotten a period, then maybe it's something to.
Interesting.
Especially because my last time it was essentially just a period.
Yeah.
Like because it just was like, oh, it didn't take shed.
Yeah.
But like, so I didn't ovulate until cycle day 30.
How long was your cycle in general?
And then I started my period 9 days later. So that's a long cycle.
But was this your first
so.
one since the miscarriage?
Yes.
So that might have like
yeah
played a little bit into it, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that is
I also feel like I like then the one where I got pregnant, but it like wasn't good or whatever. I ovulated cycle day 27, so, which is still later.
So I guess that is
So
you had like almost a 40-day cycle then?
Yeah, which I've always had kind of longer cycles, but usually it's like 32, 34. So I don't know. Hopefully it regulates a little bit, but yeah. Okay, I do have another story.
Oh yes.
When I was 10, my dad had his coworkers over to our house with their families for a Christmas party. My mom was doing the whole hostess thing and had been stressed out. I went to use the bathroom in the middle of the party and it stunk something fierce. Being 10 and a social idiot, I then walked out into the big room with the party going on and yelled while waving my hands in a smelly motion, "Woo, who made the bathroom stink so bad?" My poor, horrified, and embarrassed mom's face when admitting it was her.
I don't think I'd admit it. I'd be like I would literally throw this back at my kids so quick, and I'd be like, "Oh, the one that like smelt it, dealt it."
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Must have been you, girlfriend." Like, yeah, you stink.
I definitely would have been like, or I would have been like, "Honey, we don't point that out. Shoo, I'll go take care of it."
Yeah,
like I just would for sure not have admitted that it was me.
Or I've been like, it was your dad.
Also, why are you using the main bathroom that your guests are going to use? Go use your own private bathroom.
Yeah,
and maybe they only have one.
As like a kid. Yeah, I don't know. Kids do dumb things. Who knows? I was also thinking that my mom gave me a bowl cut from like 1994 to like 1997.
Your mom loved the bowl cut.
And
based on pictures.
Yeah, my bowl cut was pretty cringy. Like, why did you do this to me? But I also can't even like blame her because I the other day thought I should cut my own like bangs again and they're very not even. So yeah, I need to.
That looks fine to me.
They're not bad, but they're also not good. So I do think I should go have a little haircut. Chop.
My hair is just kind of all one length right now, and I feel like it's pretty boring and kind of hard to.
Need some layers.
And I constantly, daily, Adam's like, you always say that. You said that with Grant all the time too, where if the kids pull my hair, I have such a sensitive head. It's like overstimulating to me, and I'll be like, you're making mommy want to chop her hair off. And Adam's like, you always say that. And you never do. And I was like, yes, because I know my husband likes my hair long. And I know I look better with long hair. But I just have to get it out and say that I'm going to chop it all off because I'm overstimulated. But I'm not going to because I know I don't look good with short hair.
I would be curious what you would look like with short hair. Have you ever had short hair?
When I was little.
I had like this length in high school.
Oh, that's short.
Or maybe it was a little longer. Maybe it was like chin. But yeah, I don't know.
My mom
I figured maybe I'd do a mom chop.
I had really short hair once. My mom's like, Ellen kind of looks like you.
Cute.
Yeah. I feel like I just saw one where I had short hair.
I would consider chopping my hair off, like postpartum.
No, it's enough. Yeah.
Maybe like here.
Whoa. So like
I think it could be kind of
mom
fun.
bob.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. It's not like I have like great hair anyway, so like chop it.
I've always
see what I do.
The like long bob because I have such a long face and kind of a double chin that haunts me. So I feel like the long bob is like okay on me. But yeah.
You do have like a more like oval, like narrower.
And like a long nose. So my features are just kind of harsh for like a really short cut. I mean, people do it. Like and it's fine, but I just don't know. I love long hair in the summer too. I just love the idea, but not
you also
really.
Do like a lot of braids and like stuff that are always cute.
But I don't know. I feel like my face just needs some framing because it's just a lot of.
That's probably what you need. That's what I need to go in and do. Yeah, and then it will be not choppy and cringe.
Yeah, let's go get our.
I literally cut it with Lakin's eyelash scissors in Arizona.
You had
last time I was there.
Gave into the.
I had a mental breakdown because they looked so bad, and I was just like, I cut like this much off them.
Oh dang!
There was like quite a bit that needed to go.
Wow.
Bye, Felicia.
Hair by JC.
Yeah.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Do not recommend booking. But yeah, that was. I think is that all the cringy.
That's
moments
all the cringe
that we
I
have.
can take.
I mean, our podcast might even just be a little cringe sometimes. So.
Yes. Oh, I mean, like, we're to our 150 listeners. Thank you.
Thank you for sticking through the cringe, friends. Yes. Oh, also shameless plug. If you're in the Aberdeen area or wanting to move to the Aberdeen area, I will have a house for sale by the time this episode comes out.
Yes, buy JC's house. Cash deals are widely accepted.
No, but for real,
yeah. DM her.
Yes, please. Okay, well, as our last Instagram video of Grant, please leave us 5 stars.
Yes.
Share this with your friends and family if you thought it was funny, and we will be back next week.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.